You guys really lost your marbles today, huh? Hello, Internet! So, you guys really lost your marbles today, huh? What I'm referring to is you may have seen, a lot of you I'm sure have seen if you're super into the airsoft world, but if you're just a casual fan or mainly a normal person that doesn't spend your every waking moment analyzing airsoft, let me fill you in on what's going on. Elite Force / Umarex USA, which is an airsoft distributor here in the United States, and they're also, Umarex is based out of Germany, they just announced that they have partnered with Glock to distribute an airsoft Glock that is available to the public. Now, this is huge news because before, Glocks have not been available to the public. If you have gotten them, they've been illegal versions, and it's been next to impossible to get them here in the US after Glock sued pretty much the crap out of everyone trying to distribute airsoft Glocks here in the US. Now, this news was just announced today, which is September 22nd, 2017, and already the internet is losing its stuffing. I've seen so many theories about this isn't going to be a Tokyo Marui compatible gun, it's not going to fit with certain parts, it's also owned by Cybergun, it's blah blah blah, like hundreds of theories already. And the only information we have is this press release that Elite Force Umarex released, and I'll put a link to this press release in the description below. But basically what it says is that Glock and Umarex have been in talks for a long time, they've been building a relationship of trust, and now Glock feels like they can trust Umarex with their brand and they're ready to market to the public. That's all it says. It says nothing about manufacturers, it says nothing about details other than it will be available elsewhere in the world, probably November 2017, and they're looking at the first quarter of 2018 for the United States market. Let me tell you guys a little bit about how this industry works, because I've seen a lot of misinformed opinions out there, and I think maybe everyone could use a lesson in how all of this works. When a company wants to produce an airsoft gun, or a distributor wants to produce an airsoft gun, they go to the manufacturer and they tell them, these are the specs that we want on this gun. This is how we want it built. This is the QC process we want, etc., etc., etc. They, the distributor, are the ones making all of the decisions as to how it's made and what goes into it, and the manufacturer has to follow those specs or else the company won't take it and they won't distribute it. Now, you've seen the aftermath of this happen a lot, because a lot of times a distributor or a company will announce that they are making a new brand or a new style of airsoft gun, or something new is going to be coming out, and they give you a release date, and it always takes a little bit longer than what they say it's going to take. And you know why? It's because they're working with that manufacturer overseas to make sure all of their specs are met. And they have to go overseas several times to ensure that that happens. Now, I know that the internet is a place where we can get knowledge, and I know that a lot of us think that we have a lot of knowledge just because we're on the internet a lot, but most of you are ill-informed, including me. And I worked in this market. I worked for a distributor. I worked under the Cybergun umbrella, which, by the way, is not a part of Umarex. I see people saying that Umarex and Cybergun are selling the Glock together, or it's Cybergun's Glock that Umarex is selling. That doesn't make any sense, because Cybergun and Umarex are competitors. So I really don't think that Cybergun is going to be like, hey, why don't you guys just take our gun and you can sell it to everybody? We don't care about profits. Come on. So again, I just want to re-emphasize, you guys, we know nothing about this Glock. We don't know who it for sure it's being made by. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that say they know who's making it. We don't know what the specs are going to be. No one has announced that yet. This gun doesn't exist yet. This gun that Glock and Umarex have partnered to make does not exist in our market. So there's no way that anyone, no matter who you're talking to, can tell you what this gun, what the specs are for this gun, or what the performance is like for this gun, or what the compatibility is like for this gun. No one has that information. Because you know what? The gun's not available yet. Therefore, any speculation is just that. It's just speculation. Nobody really knows. And I think it's a little bit silly of you guys to say that you know exactly what's going on and you have the inside track, because I read a lot of airsoft forums. You know what? I read a lot of airsoft forums too, and I see a lot of misinformation on them. A lot of them. I saw that all the time when I was working on the distributor level. It drove me crazy because people were saying things about the company that I worked for that were completely not true, but they just assumed because they heard it from somebody that 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 used to work at this company when they were 22 knows this for a fact. So I'm gonna reiterate for this Glock, we don't know anything. No one knows anything. We just know that it's going to be a thing and we're all really excited about it. But I do want to know, what kind of crazy conspiracy theories have you heard? What kind of rants have you heard? Who thinks that they know everything? Because I know there's some of you. I know there's some of you out there that know way more than I do. And you are ready to tell me about it. So let's do just that. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And I will see you next time on Controversial Topics. We're having the Jet experience.
I'm a certified Jet historian. Like, I've argued with people about like things that have happened with Jet in his life. Some people think they know, they don't. I do. And I've got the certification to prove it, so.
Where do you get that?
You signed off on it. Yeah. It's like from the school.
I don't know, I've got an award.
The school of Lear. Yeah, lots of Jet going on here for sure.
There is. There's some Nigel in there too. I just saw him come through.
Little Nigel. I'm behind the Tavor over there. If you look really close, kind of squint your eyes a little bit.
Oh, there's me.
Yeah, there you are.
There's me. Wow. And now we're back to the Jet.
And back to Jet. That's enough of you. Back to Jet. You had your time, Leah.